Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome to a Star Citizen update video. Now today, first off, we are talking about HUDs and displays. Now all the HUDs and displays currently seen in Star Citizen are actually temporary placements other than the Vandal. Now the HUDs and displays are actually designed off the back of the style guide of the ship brand. For example, MISC will have its own design style, so if you go in any other MISC ship, you get a sort of similar replication of the HUD and display that you're actually seeing. What we can see in the video in the background is, first off, I mean, this is looking at the HUD and display. Obviously this is not one of the largest ships, but it's definitely showing there's a lot of fidelity and detail there. The first thing that I noticed, which is a massive tick for me, guys, is the ability to use the mouse cursor to make a selection. I've seen other games out there that actually use the up and down keys and stuff like that, but you could just see in the video how fluid it is and how easy, and also with the drag and drop as well, to actually make changes on the fly. You can do it quite quickly. You know, you can look down, move something with your mouse, and then continue on. For me, that is absolutely brilliant. I'm glad that they've done that. I think the HUDs and displays, it could have gone wrong, you know, because obviously if you're jumping between all the HUDs and displays, if it had been like press left, press left, press left, or something like that, and really clunky. Looking what they've done, and keep in mind, this is only first alliteration. This is probably more than likely going to have 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 alliterations further on down the line, once we get our hands on it and give some feedback. So far, looks absolutely brilliant, guys, so I'm really looking forward to actually giving it a go. So moving on to the next news now, and this is regarding the Constellation. Now, if you've seen it's actually the biggest video, or the most views I've ever got in any one video, which is the Constellation video. And I'm a massive fan of the Constellation. I own one as well. I think I had the standard. I just went with the standard Constellation to start with before the variant. And then once the variants come out, I actually went for the Phoenix. No particular reason, just liked the look of it, thought it was pretty cool. I think now the modular system comes in and we can swap that center section out inside the Phoenix. It's going to be very interesting. So what I've done in this video, guys, is I've split it up into sort of before and after, so you can actually get a sort of an idea of the transition the Constellation's actually made. Now I remember making that video, long time ago. I was blown away with the Constellation when I was walking around it, but looking at what they've done now, they've just taken it to another level, there's no doubt about it. The detail looks absolutely incredible. So let's talk about some of the things that have actually changed in this Constellation vis the old one. First of all, the center gun is now been moved. It looks like it's been moved back slightly and the entrance has been moved on the other side. I'm glad they did that, sort of makes sense. It now has airlocks, door airlocks. It didn't before, and I did say that in the video when I was making the video. It did seem a bit odd if there was a breach, but it looks like they've resolved that now, so there is actually airlocks, so 10 out of 10 for that one. It's had a massive texture and detail pass, which you can clearly see. The living area has had a massive makeover, a much needed one, I think, and also they've added a gun cabinet in, which is going to be really cool, makes total sense. The actual center door where you actually enter into the ship is actually been made bigger, so you can actually get all the people up in the lift in one go rather than sending up the lift 5 times, which would be very annoying. The escape pods have been redesigned as well, pull them in line and make them look a bit more moderner. From the exterior point, the missile racks, which you can actually see from the inside of the ship, they've added more detail to that and made it just look much, much better. The missile racks all around the ship have been improved from a design point of view, and there's a little window now inside the ship where you can actually see the loading mechanism of the missiles. The docking system for the Merlin has now been moved. We knew this was going to happen anyway because the previous docking system just didn't make sense. Looks like they've got a much simpler way by doing it, and it does actually fit in quite nice. It looks pretty good. So overall, the Constellation is absolutely looking fantastic. Now the Constellation will drop in 2.0. It will be the main multi-crew ship and the one that we'll be testing all the mechanics on. We will see the variants as well, and the variants will obviously be covering off the other roles in the game as well, other than obviously transportation and fighting. Also, to let you guys know as well, I have a Star Citizen organisation called the Tactical Advance Organisation. If you're looking to join, guys, I'll leave a link in the description below to the RSI site, and you can go and sign up, and you can come and join us in some big space battle sometime. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.